देवेश चंद्र ठाकुर, अध्यक्ष बिहार विधान परिषद।
Respected CP Joshi sir, Chairman of the 83rd All India Presiding Officers Conference and Speaker of Rajasthan Vidhan Sabha. Respected Arjun Ram Meghwal ji, Honorable Central Minister. Respected Dr. Harivansh ji, Deputy Chairman Rajya Sabha. Present all the respected chairmen and speakers of various assemblies and councils. I must first thank the host state and Chairman Joshi for hosting this 83rd All India Presiding Officers Conference, as well as for inviting us and giving us the opportunity to stand here among all the dignitaries and speak on the subject chosen by us. I stand to speak on the subject of a harmonious relationship between the legislature and the judiciary under the framework of the Indian Constitution. As Honorable Chairman UP Assembly mentioned, that we have given ourselves through the Constitution a government by the people, for the people, and of the people. And that is the Constitution that we have adopted. I think that constitutionalism is a technique of striking the proper balance between establishing a system of government which has sufficient permissive authority and power to enable it to perform the necessary political tasks and duties, and at the same time restricting the scope of concentration of power as well as tyranny. Our Constitution has successfully attempted to strike a balance between the liberty of citizens, the authority of the state, and the cohesiveness of the society. I submit to you that the role of the legislator is to intermediate between citizens, the executive, and the judiciary. Our Indian Constitution mandates a federal structure with a representative and parliamentary system of government formed on the basis of periodic elections. The functions of rule making, rule enforcement, and rule interpretation are separated into the three institutions of the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. If there is to be a constitutional government, then a political system must also have an independent judiciary which can keep a check on the arbitrary exercise of legislature and the executive. At this juncture, it is pertinent to state that today, when we speak about the legislature and the judiciary, we often make it sound as if we are speaking on the subject of legislature versus the judiciary. I believe the need of the hour is to throw out the word versus and to create a harmony between these two significant pillars of the democratic setup. A harmonious relationship between these two organs is necessary for the proper functioning of our Constitution. Harmony will only prevail between the legislature and the judiciary when each performs its own proper role and respects the constitutionally delimited jurisdiction of the other. Elected by and accountable to the people, the legislature is the repository of the will of the people. Judiciary is the repository of the letter and spirit of the Constitution. Inevitably, as has happened at times, sometimes tensions will arise when judicial restraints impose curbs on the legislatures. It is the entrusted task of legislature to draft and pass laws in accordance with the democratically expressed policy preferences of the people. It is the solemn responsibility of the judiciary to interpret the meaning of the laws and to apply them to particular cases under vastly different and always continually changing circumstances. The courts also try to ensure that the laws comply with the Constitution with respect both to procedures and substance. To conclude, any kind of encroachment by any organ on the other would be unhealthy in a democratic setup. Therefore, both the legislature and the judiciary should maintain harmony, restraining themselves from encroaching on each other's territory, and should regard the Constitution as supreme, which will smoothen the process of effective governance and will help in accomplishing the ultimate public welfare. I would like to conclude by saying that the constitutionalism may be regarded as the modern equivalent of dharma, the ancient Hindu precept which meant religion, duty, responsibility, and law, all of them rolled into one. The word dharma was often aptly described by the great Mauryan Emperor Ashoka in the following manner. This is my rule: government by the law, administration according to the law, satisfaction and gratification of my people under the law, and protection of the people by the law. Thank you. Thank you very much.